Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to the attic. There it is. Manadad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. Lorwyn Eclipsed just launched minutes ago. Here we go. Here we go. We've got our free packs. Let's claim those. We got the lands. They look glorious. And new mastery pass here. What's going on in the store? Jeff says, got a full playset of Harmonized Crescendo just from buying two 90-pack bundles. That's all it takes. Two 90-pack bundles. And that's okay. That's the store. We've got these. We'll just crack them right now. Why not? See if we can get any Harmonized Crescendos. We get a bunch of hybrid rares. Dream Harvest, a lot of people talking about this one. And completely busted in Two-Headed Giant. Each opponent exiles cards from the top of the library until they have exiled cards with total mana 5 or greater. Sonar, innovative first year. This is one of the sort of previews of Strixhaven. The Strixhaven character that is exploring Lorwyn. Some kind of vivid payoff. And it's a goblin. And we got Lorwyn, Imperfect Naturalist. That's for my Welsh. Lorwyn. Or Luen, if you want to piss off the Welsh people, you can say it that way. Let's see. Yeah, discard a land card. Cool stuff. Lots of stuff. We'll explore these cards. I think we're going to start off as we usually do with a sealed. Then we'll go into a draft. Then if there's time, I've got a Meek attack deck for standard. I've obviously got my budget goblins deck, which you can already go watch the video of. If you just want to see the Lorwyn goblins, what's going on with them. They look pretty good. And the word is they are pretty good from people who have played them. I am not any kind of like MTG ambassador or anything. So this is my first time getting to play it. I would normally go to a pre-release. But there was a lot going on. The birthday parties for one of my daughters, and just a busy weekend. So there's Premiere Draft. Where's traditional sealed Lorwyn Eclipsed, traditional draft Lorwyn Eclipsed. Pick 2 fast draft Lorwyn Eclipsed, interestingly. Let's just do sealed Lorwyn Eclipsed. Can only pay in gems, huh? And I'm getting 2 limited packs. We didn't get to pick like what they are. Not really sure what's going on with that. So Mutable Explorer, very excited for this card. Changeling that makes a Mutavault land. Gonna be great in my Changeling Reaper King deck, my EDH deck. Helix Pinnacle. Looks like it's gotten printed into Arena here. Or was it already on Arena? Goliath Dreamer. For representing anybody who falls asleep reading a tiny book. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, exile that card with a dream counter on it. When this creature attacks, you may cast a spell. That seems a bit slow. Okay, so we have a goblins pack. See, it's got the black-red goblins. Taster of Wares, on the other hand, now this guy is pretty awesome. Target opponent reveals X cards from their hand, where X is the number of goblins you control. And this is a damage doubler for all sources of a certain type. So we could build around Goblin. This is a token doubler. That's kind of just a build around. We got the Hallowed Fountain, Emptiness, Morning Tide's Light. Emptiness. Now people are going nuts for this and these elemental cards. So maybe we're white-black. We got Chronicle of Victory. White, black, green. Tree Folk. I don't know how well Tree Folk are supported. I guess we'll find out. all those of you who played the pre-releases already, you can let me know if I'm making any huge mistakes of what I put in or don't put in here. This looks like the kind of card that would draw us into white. These exile spells are usually pretty good. So the Morningtide's Light, I think that would draw us into white. These flyers have generally not been good lately. We'll see. Just a big old Convoked Vigilance. I think that would probably draw us into white. Here's a Vivid payoff. I don't think we're going Vivid. We do have the white-blue dual land, and we have Eclipsed Realm. That's pretty much going to cast any creature. I wonder if this is, you put this in any deck. We have 2 of those. And we have a Springleaf Drum. So, I mean, we could be kind of Vivid. So, do we want to go all in? Let's see what a Goblin deck would look like. I kind of want to play some Gobos. I don't know about you. Got that. We got the Exiled Boggart. 2 of those. There's some Changeling. That's a Changeling. Run a Hallowed Fountain, because why not? And Mutable Explorer, that's a Goblin / Changeling. Helix Pinnacle, I don't think we're doing that kind of thing. So this is some ramp / fixing. At 2 mana, that's generally good. This is a giant. Somehow it came in the Goblins pack. Bone Club Berserker. Is it somewhat of a Goblin payoff? Tweeze. That's good. That's some damage plus like some removal plus you get to filter your hand. This is a Goblin. The 3/3 for 3, and it can deal damage to opponents. Gives you some reach. Burning Curiosity. This is a draw spell. I think we're gonna go heavy red, at least for the first game. We'll try this out. So you got to blight 1 with this, but if you do, or you may blight 1. Oh yeah, so you just play that. Play 2 copies of that, no problem. You can spend this to cast elemental spells or activate elementals. I think it's good. We probably have enough changelings that will be fine. And more goblins. Definitely going to run Taster of Wares here. Goblin Berserker. I'm going to guess that's okay. Might lose to it. You don't ever lose to it because you can blight itself down. So it comes back and it loses all abilities. Kind of a weird persist. Boggart Mischief. Don't know about this one. So this is a Kindred enchantment. So this will count as a goblin for these purposes. Boggart Prankster. Probably okay. And exiling creatures, that's probably good. I heard Bilevile Boggart was punching above its weight class. Kind of hesitant. We're already at 48 cards, so we're going to have to make some serious trims. We'll definitely run Nameless Inversion. That's another one. Is there anything in blue? There's some draw here. I think we'll just keep with the red. What's it called? Burning Curiosity. So do we need this 1-drop goblin? We're already pretty here. This is sometimes these opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand. Cards are pretty good. It's just a payoff for putting counters on stuff. Oh, but Seer, yeah, well, we're definitely running Seer. I think we're very strong in the red black, and then maybe we consider the Goliath Daydreamer. It's a 4/4. It's not a goblin, but we have a bunch of good spells. Just getting to cast our spells again and again. Take out the Sun-Dappled Celebrant. Take out Morningtide's Light. I'm going to take out Liminal Hold. We'll probably just go completely no white except for Hallowed Fountain. Which, do we even need Hallowed Fountain? That has black in it. That has red in it. I don't think we even need Hallowed Fountain here. And then do we even need green? Oops. What did I just cut? I just cut a 2-drop. MV equals 2. Who's this guy? 2/2 flash. Might be a cut anyway, but let's see. We like Cinder Strikes. When you attack, target attacking goblin you control gets +1/+0. That seems good. This we might not need. Exile something for 2 and a blight? I mean, it's not terrible either. Nameless Inversion, Flame Braider. Probably don't need Flame Braider. Does help us with emptiness. Let's just put Flame Braider to the side. Sneakling, Curse Crafter, Feisty Spikeling. Two ones that attack with first strike, and I mean, often maybe being a 3/1 first strike, that could be good. I think I definitely don't want too many 3-drops. So let's see. Gangly Stompling, you're in the thing. Tweeze, I'd like to keep Tweeze. Sting Slinger, that seems good. Burning Curiosity. I mean, do we just say Tweeze is our card selection? Plus Taster of Wares. When it enters, they're going to have to reveal a card. And if we can hit an instant or sorcery, we get that. Maybe we don't need the Gangly Stompling or the Wretched Wretches. I'll try to play only one Wretched Wretch. Yeah, we'll take out Heirloom Auntie is a common, so maybe we'll put back in the Wretched Wretch because that's uncommon. Ooh, still at 43 here. So let's cut Flame Braider. That puts us at 42. Now we're looking pretty good. Sure, it gets +2/+0 for each other goblin you control, but it doesn't have trample, so maybe that's not great. Gut Splitter Gang, maybe we just run one of those. You do like a bunch of big creatures though when you're playing Sealed. And so we just need the green for Mutable Explorer. If we cut Mutable Explorer, then we're just full on goblins, which seems a lot better. And then I think we could probably trim down on a land. We make it even. Okay, we got more black than red. We can put one thing back. We can put back a Wretched Wretch. Try out something like Heirloom Auntie. Do this damage doubler. So we're just full on goblins. That seems fun. I think that's what we're gonna do. See if there's any comments from the peanut gallery before we hit play here. All right. No warnings from those of you who have experience, so just gonna try it out. Everybody hear me okay? If you like to see new decks, generally go on a competitive bent, but we also play, you know, some fun brawl decks or fun combo decks on the channel here. Hit that subscribe. That sounds like your thing. And so we're gonna be in a bit of trouble with these spells. We need to hit red. On the other hand, we still need to hit another mana. Our opponent is going first. I think we're gonna mulligan that. This is better, and we'll just throw back Collective Inferno. And we're going Kithkin. This is sorcery. But we will have Eclipsed Boggart on 3. First Boggart Curse Catcher on 2. 2 mana, 2/3 Death Touch seems decent. Activate only as a sorcery, so if we hit that for 2. So we could Boggart Prankster and Cinder Strike next turn. But Thought-Weft Lieutenant puts a +1/+1 counter. They got a cheap Trampler, so we just take that out now. Just gonna rely on our removal here. Naming Goblin. Oh, so you gotta name it. I thought it just worked for all the creature types. Take that out for 1 mana. And opponent. Maybe we tweeze something. I think next turn we're probably going to Eclipsed Boggart. This would be a good thing to get off the board. To just get the incidental life gain for the rest of the game. So maybe we hit, if we hit a land drop, Boggart and Cinder Strike, that would be good. Okay, we got a good blocker there. Chronicle of Victory. We do not hit a goblin or a swamp, but we do hit a mountain. Which means now, do we blight one? Just to get this, having a mana of any color. It's a good blocker. And I suppose I'll blight this, because then I can get that here. For toughness, it's very annoying. I'm trying to decide whether they want to attack. They don't want to attack. So I could tweeze away the swamp. On the other hand, if I play the swamp this turn and draw a land next turn, that seems pretty good for me in the long run. Just got this thing to deal with. I think we'll sit back. We'll sit back and relax here. They're almost in top deck mode. Got a Surly Farrier. Need to be afraid to attack. And we get the Gut Splitter Gang. They're holding back removal now. Okay. They're at 22. It's that thing I said about damage now. Here we go, here we go. Naming Goblin. And attack. And attack. And attack. I think we're just all in here. We'll give this first strike. This does 3 to any target, so if we can just get them down to 3 or less. I thought maybe they would trade their Death Toucher. I can crack us back here. Ooh, they got a Johnny. Okay. And Johnny can deal 4 damage to a tap creature. No, they're going to go with the make a token. That puts them at 8. And I think I can remove one of their blockers. Let's see if they even attack here. They're going to need a lot of toughness. Yeah, we'll decline. A bit risky, but let's zap the Surly Farrier and cash that in, see what we get. We get another Gut Splitter Gang. So if we attack all here, then that's going to be 8, 12, 15. They have 5, 6, 7, 8 toughness to absorb, so they just barely survive. Yeah, I don't think we worry about a Johnny. I guess they could have some combat trick. It looks like my mythic beat their mythic. There we go. Do a little party dance here. That was
remarkable. I'm still just running that sequence through my mind. It happened really quickly. Nothing matches that. I can hardly believe it.
So yeah, if you're just joining, did anybody play at the pre-release? Is that too bright? It's too bright. Just keep me shrouded in mystery here. 3 lands. Got the Chronicle of Victory again. See if that will bring us victory. Ooh, and we got our Taster of Wares. Very tasty. So Prankster. I'll go with this, actually. This will attack for more. And We'll definitely trade in that card, though. That's okay. Guess we gotta let him draw some cards. I don't like that. Would love to draw some removal. Keep ramping. Or keep hitting land drops. What do we want? Do we want swamp? I think we want swamp. Double black is good for this. And Dig can't be blocked. We can transform it into another can't be blocked. Protection from each color. Okay, well. We're racing. We can remove something with emptiness and play Boggart Prankster next turn. They don't have a way to flip Sig yet. Everyone, first strike coming in. Would you like to cash in one of your guys for a card? Or would you take 3? They'll cash in for the card. Do I go Gut Splitter next turn or the Taster of Wares? They got a lot of cards in hand. Don't have to show us very much of their hand. Tanuful Rhyme Speaker. Okay, opponent just loves to draw. Looks like they are really into drawing. Let's what should we do? Should we Gut Splitter and then blight the Gut Splitter, I guess? Attack, because why not? Down to 15. One more land. We're going to have our very stompy. Problem is, let's see if they can remove one of our creatures this turn. Just going to add to the board. Kolrath Mystic. Potentially holding up a counterspell. Okay. How much are we worried about counterspell? We've got the mana for Chronicle of Victory. If this resolves, this should be pretty devastating. Or we can let's check. Let's check for traps. It is pausing. They're gonna remove a creature. They've got an instant or sorcery that's... Well, they've got an instant. It behooves them to cast it now. Do a runaway together, okay. And then they can show us all but one card in their hand. And we do get a sorcery. We'll take that. Yeah, why not? Let's play it. Let's be mana efficient. Wonder what that last card is, though. Little scared of the last card. Get in for 3. Name Elemental. Recluse. Don't like all this bouncing. Yeah, they still have that last card, whatever it is. Might just hold back this land. Get in. Offer some trades. They might block with the Summit Sentinel just to see another card. And I'm just holding this back because we have the one discard draw thing. Kolrath Mystic is back. I think we would decline. Let's see. Is their last card some kind of weird counterspell? Goblin. Scoops it up. It's 2 in a row.
That was remarkable. I'm still just running that sequence through my mind. It happened really quickly. Nothing matches that. I can hardly believe it.
Goblin's looking pretty good so far. Gotta say. Liking the Gobos. And I've got a 2-drop and a 3-drop. A couple 3-drops. Even better 2-drop. With an Encumbered Regery. So this removes counters whenever it becomes tapped. Okay. Well, that seems good. We might have to zap that with the burning. Oh no, this burning curiosity. You would think that would be. Huh. Just trade this out now. Don't really have another way to deal with it. I guess we'll just trade it out now. Okay. Death Touch. Did that give indestructible? I'll give it first strike. Son of a gunny sack. So we can't blight one unless we got a creature down. Let's do this. This Gut Splitter will be a blocker. Would I like the land? Or would I like this? Ability to bring this back. Guess we'll go with the land drops. We have pretty good curve out coming in here. Or we could do emptiness. Do we need emptiness to get rid of that? They've already shown us one combat trick here. Okay, well, we'll just trade the Gut Splitter Gang and either for a combat trick or not. For a trick. It's looking like this might be the first one we lose here. Ooh, okay, so we could play... Can we survive long enough? Because we could hard cast emptiness, and then we've got a 6/6, and we get to minus something else. So I guess that's what we're gonna do. Some chump blockers. Eclipse Boggart. No, cancel attacks. No attacks. Get 4 in the air. We can turn that into a 1/1, and then if we eventually kill this, it goes away. Don't love it. Ooh, we get a Seer. That I do not believe we have any good attacks. Merfolk are coming down heavy. Go down to 7. Ooh, okay. Do we trade? What do we trade here? 2 1/1s? With a 2-drop. So let's sear this. That'll remove quite a bit of power and toughness from their board. And with that, this becomes a better attacker. On the other hand, we probably want it back to block either of these 3/2s. And we get to refill our hand. Or, well, we get to potentially play a bunch of stuff. See if we can stabilize here. Okay, they are attacking. Well, I get to bring back that guy. Oh my goodness. Let's trade out for these guys. Pretty good. And a SIG's command. Yikes. my. All right, we'll get a Cinder Strike. So let's definitely do that to remove one of these guys. Keep this around. Say you're a jump blocker now. And I don't think there's any point of doing the blight thing. Yeah. Just hitting 2 lands. All right, not looking great here. Maybe we should have flipped 3, and they got Sig. I think opponent has a good deck and had a good draw. We'll absorb a little bit of damage. We get Tweeze. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to discard to it. Are we more afraid of this guy making all the merfolk bigger? And yep, let's go scoop it. Nice to see what a good merfolk deck looks like. Just need to get more of my interaction earlier on there. Got off to a very nice start with their combat tricks. Keeping their big old guy around. Bringing back their merfolk lord. Merfolk lord and savior. Up against Moose Thompson. Well-known Spider-Man character. Moose Thompson. And all in wilds. Cracks it. This is nice. We can do Wretched Wretch and then Boggart Mischief. Got an Iron Shield Elf. That goes down to, this is instant speed also. This creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. Huh. Well, that's just hard to deal with. And that's an uncommon. Can make him trade a card. No attacks. We just gotta take 3 from this if they want to attack with it. More Const Loyalist. Other elves get +1/+1. Okay, no blocks. That we can take out. Nothing you can do about that. You don't have any elves in your graveyard. Possibly should have attacked and then blighted. Now they got to sacrifice cards for 1/1. That seems better. Plus they're going to take damage. We're going to gain life. Virulent Emissary. Got a fight spell. Readiness to take out what? The Prankster? Or the Wretch? Take out the Wretch. Go ahead and discard a card. Hope you have stuff you don't care about. Stuff they wanted to discard. I can exile and make an elf. The Gut Splitter Gang. We'll get in for 3. We don't care to block. Naming elf. So even in sealed, it looks like people go pretty hard on the, and I guess because you're getting 2 seed packs with a lot of the kindred. So it really encourages people to play various kindred things. I'll just decline this because I autopay. I forgot this has Convoke. Flaming Goblin. Now, what are you gonna do? We can block with the Iron Shield Elf, discard. Gonna get the creature back. Do I want to blight 2? Yes, I'm at 17, so I have that. They have no cards left in hand. On the other hand, when this dies, they get to return an elf. Ooh, they discard Abigail. They have another Morcant in their graveyard?
Yep, yep.
They're yipping me. Well, let's just get in. We can try to take us to Value Town.
Yep, yep.
Why is it? Why am I assigning damage like this?
Yep, yep.
Weird. Get back your 1 elf. Okay. Keep this in case we get to discard it. Now, I thought we got all our damage doubled there. That's weird. I don't know, but I think this should be the ball game. Unless they've got... Oh, they had a nameless inversion. Okay. Now I may be in trouble. This does not give haste. Let's see what we get. We get a Gut Splitter Gang. And we get Margaret Prankster. And now we're just going off. And we got Taster of Wares coming. I'm liking how this, yeah. I'll give a smiley for that, because we top-decked properly. Imagine if we just top-decked a land there and just lost. Could have happened that way. That is magic. People getting bored of Sealed? Do we want to see if this deck can make the max wins, or do we just defect over to draft? I'll keep this. I like the early interaction. Well, they hit 2 drops since the opponent decided they didn't gonna play creature yet. A little pause, like they were going to cycle something or like that. Crossroads, watch out. Alright, so we've got a Wretched Wretch. We've got Boggart Mischief. I guess... yeah, we're going to try to play Wretched Wretch before Boggart Mischief, so let's see if they want to trade here. Doubt they will. They'd rather take the 2. Which is fair trade because they crack back with 3 trample. They're just cracking in. We're gonna no blocks. We'll take the 3. If they play a creature, we can potentially remove it and get in for well more than 3. We play Klachen Festival. Didn't want to play that before attacking, huh? Interesting decision. And Goblin. Got a couple of these Gut Splitter gangs. On the other hand, if I Boggart Mischief now, then this can come back. We'll just go with this. Potential of double spelling next turn if we hit a land. We don't mind hitting 2 lands in a row because we get Chronicle of Victory in hand. Thought Weft Lieutenant. This is the one that's going to grow. Oh, it's just an end of turn. Oh, I'll decline. Let's take the damage for now. We do hit that, so I don't feel like I'm that worried about the Thought Weft Lieutenant. Maybe I should be. Do we just get in with everything? We're at 10, we're at 15. See if we Chronicle a Victory. What does this trigger? First main phase. So we'll know what we've drawn before we have to decide on that. And Mox Hazy plays another Thought Weft Lieutenant. And they can make it a 4/4 if they want. And a Dundulin Weaver could be a 5/5 if they want. I think we just take 6/6 actually. Should we just take the damage? We could throw all these in front. Could throw that in front. But they're potentially just getting giant next turn. All the cards in hand. Okay. so could potentially crack back for quite a bit. So I think I should like to. And if they even survive this, let's see, that's 12. 18, 22, and they can only absorb 4 of it. So I think they're toast. Chronicle of Victory. I'm high on this card in limited. Boy, how many games have we won with this? 3 games. GG's.
That was remarkable. I'm still just running that sequence through my mind. It happened really quickly. Nothing matches that. I can hardly believe it.
Got some packs already. Store. Yeah, I think we're gonna let's switch over to draft. We're at 56 minutes in, and people probably want to see some draft. Premiere Draft. Lorwyn Eclipsed at 57:15 or so. And we're already queued up here. So what do we got? Our rares are Gloom Ripper. When this enters, target creature you control gets +X/+0. Another gets -X/-0. Yeah, that's pretty good. And Doran Besieged by Time, which I'm trying to find in paper because I got a friend who really wants it. He'll make a good trade for it. He's excited to build a Toughness Matters deck. Yeah, so obviously a hilarious and fun build around, but because it's day one, not doing the fun build arounds just yet. So Elves is black-green. Potentially wheel the Lisa Lana Dignitary here, or the Dawn's Light Archer. We saw that one elf deck look quite good. So the Kithkin. It is just a creature that draws you a card. Blossom Defense, this is usually very good. Moonglove Extractor. I mean, a creature that draws you a card. Probably multiple cards. Oh man, that's a hard choice. I think I'm gonna go Blossoming Defense on the idea that we're just pretty much narrowing down on elves here. And we can get a 4/2 flash. Or we can just get a 2-drop. Probably the correct thing is a 2-drop. There's also Springleaf Drum, which would keep us open to splashing something. But we'll go with yeah, 2-drop is quite good. Or the 4-drop with Reach. I think we're gonna have plenty of chances at the Dawn's Light Archer. Let's grab this Changeling. There might be some other synergies that we put in the deck. This is removal, pretty late in the pack. Blossoming Defense. Maybe we didn't need to pick it as highly as we did. There's the 4/2 Trample Changeling, which we'd like in our deck probably. That is, you can Blight 2. If you do, you draw a card, lose a life. Lots of ways to get gas in this format. We do want to have a number of elves, so we can come down with the Gloom Ripper. And this is a board wipe. This is probably main deckable. Or a Bite Spell. We'll go with the bite spell. Huh. Instant speed, but it's 1 more mana, but has the fail case of making a 2/2 elf at flash speed. Let's see. We got this thing that's graveyard ability. Death Touch Lifelink comes back as an elf. That's not bad. Whenever this attacks another target elf you control gets +2/+1. Or just graveyard stuff, which is probably good in the elves deck. Do we go with the uncommon? And changeling that blows up an artifact or enchantment seems good. Or another bite spell. Or, oh yeah, the Iron Shield Elf, though. That was just ridiculous. Let's get that in our deck. Maybe we didn't need to pick the Sneakling too highly, because we've got 2-drop elves like this one. And +3/+3 and draw a card. I really like this design. I'm really curious to see how it plays. I'm gonna pick it. We're gonna be careful not to pick too many non-creatures. We can pick up those Dawnlight Archers, sort of for free. Wait a minute. Didn't we have 2 of these Assert Perfections? Am I crazy? We'll go to the sideboard. What do we want to... Is blue or white? Okay, well, it's auto-selecting that, so I guess we'll just make white our sideboard color. So you don't have to pick these Dawnlight Archers very highly. These look like they could also kind of be removals, right? A 4/2 flash with reach. That just comes down and trades with almost anything. At least early on the curve. Yeah, we get a Blossoming Defense for almost free. Generally only want to run one of these. Blossoming Defense is quite good. And we get the Unforgiving Aim. I guess we're in the right spot. And we got Taster of Wares, which we just had, but it's really good. And it makes us want to get more Changelings. On the other hand, there's Morkant's Loyalist. Okay, so do we think anybody else is going to take the Loyalist, or do we think we can wheel it? Because it seemed like we were getting elves pretty well on the... I'm going to risk it. I'm going to go for the wheel on the Loyalist. So far looking good. We get past 2 elves. We've got Piggy Toes here, or Selfless Safe Right. Creature type. That's just a protection spell versus blighting their whole board. I think that's pretty good. Got a Fairy Assassin. I mean, this seems good in our deck, right? We got a number of flash things. On the other hand, Virulent Emissary is just like slam dunk, goes in the deck. No questions. That's instant speed removal. Is that better than the elf, though? Probably could have wheeled the Virulent Emissary. Just don't know yet. Search your library for basic land. If you have 7 or more lands and or tree folk, you make a token. We've got this. Well, we got kind of a combat trick thing. The Glisterbairn. They're doing another take on Glimmerbairn. Kind of want to play that, but I guess we'll go with Midnight Telling. And Moonglove Extractor. Glad to see that guy. I think that can... You kind of put that in any deck, right? So we can get another Changeling. One of these two as a Changeling. These are good ways to get other colors in your deck, too. Bring back a creature. Oh, what did it just pick? We've got a rare late in the pack. I'll take a Evolving Wilds. Yes. Gave me the Prima Basher. That's unfortunate. Not what I was looking for. This is a Death Touch. When this enters, enchanted creature gains trample and indestructible until end of turn. Not gonna play any of these. We'll just take the Okay, Morkan's Loyalist came back. If you love something enough, let it go. If it comes back to you, you will know. Need to make a wheel meme. This is what I should have played here. Go do the...
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
What I should have done when I passed it initially. It did work out. Bold move. Worked out. Too many non-creatures. We did get Taster of Wares here. With one of these for now. Liking how we're looking so far, and we have a choice of 2-drops. 3/1 enters or dies, Surveil 1, or a 2/2 lifelink that mills 2. That seems good. And a 5-mana Changeling gains us some life. We're not going to play that, but in a pinch, I guess we would have it. Glisterbairn. The curve looking pretty good. Nice low curve. Maybe still too many 3-drops, although that's removal. And Grave Shifter should be pretty good in our deck. What is this? The Affinity for Forests. I mean, that could just win the game. I'm gonna snag it. So let's say you get 3 forests out by the time you have 6 mana. So you cast it for 6, and then just every land after that is making a 3/4. Seems good, right? And 2 mana bring back 2 elves. It's playable, or we just take the removal, I think. Instant speed removal. Generally, black-green wants to be grindy. Not sure if we're more of an aggro deck. Let's try to curve out into our little elfy rares here. And we got Mirror Form. I could just... is there any reason not to... Dream Caesar. Yeah, let's just be a filthy rare drafter and grab that. Got to be careful here. We're only at 16 that I want to put in the deck. Obviously, can put in a lot of these other cards. I'm getting into pack 3. We got Ramper. We got the Lifelink. Mills. Pitiless Fists, which is a fight spell. Also what I tell my 6-year-old when she's fighting with her sister. I'll go with the 2-drop. And we can do another Changeling that works with Taster of Wares. You know, just 3-2, your opponent has to exile their worst card is still, as the baseline, it's still good. Not going to be unhappy. And I'd love to get another Moonglove Extractor. Got too many 3-drops. The Dawnblessed Pennant. Possible this is the deck that wants to play it. Play that over. No, we'd probably just play the Stoic Grove Guide. Give ourselves a little more top end here, and we can take another 2-drop, or we got Pummeler for Hire, which, as I said on Blue Sky, this would have been a rare in the original Lorwyn. Let's see. Take the 2-drop. Guess these Scarecrows actually that fix your mana. Thing. And I think that's for a grindier deck, but I guess we'll consider playing it. Okay. Help me build, chat. Let me know. We gotta put one more card in. Possibly 2, because I don't know if we actually need to be a 17-land deck here. Got quite a few 2-drops. So we got this, could be some inevitability and a rare. That's not terrible, and then we don't cut. Or we can put in like the Archer and the Unforgiving Aim or something. Give it a shot. So gameplay at 1 hour 14:05. Three lands, a mix. This is not great. Especially when lands we got are not forest, but looks like opponent's off to a not terribly fast start here. Gravelgill Scoundrel, 1/3 vigilance. When it attacks, you may tap another untapped creature you control. If you do, this creature can't be blocked. Okay, but they don't do that. So, seems like a waste to blight now. They've got a block. Let's just see what they do. We've got the Blossoming Defense. Gonna swat away. Start the blight train going. Oh, sure. Okay, because it makes a thing. Well, that's annoying. So we can do what? They'll expect us to play this. We might just win this race. Let's see. Pumping out a 1/1 flyer every turn is not great, but we do have a way to start eating them. Bouncing back to my hand. Okay, but you realize if I blight your whole board here, you're gonna lose 5 creatures. Oh no, that doesn't fight. It'll blight each one, I see. Yeah, we're doing a lot worse on mana. Need to be able to play multiple elves in a turn. We're still at 15. Okay, there we go. So we could Gloom Ripper and get rid of that 3/2. Yeah, you're gonna be big. And you're gonna be small. They're gone, and I guess I'd trade this for something. Nope, I don't want to trade it again. Oh man, coming at me with the flyers here. Okay, luckily we can do... What's my best bet? Guess I should have considered that before dropping a land. Did they have reach? Yeah, this makes tokens with reach. Okay, well next turn. Let's make them blight something here. Take that damage. And then next turn we can eat one of their flyers. Okay. Are we just dead? That's 9. I think they were just dead. Ugh. Alright. Bit of a loss to how we drew the land, but also opponent had a good deck. Some good synergies. They tempoed us out. It's a bit what I'm worried about with all the 3-drops in this deck. Atticus! Okay. This is a tricky one. We got the Iron Shield Elf. Can discard that. Got a lot to do. Hopefully get a green. Feisty Spikeling. Let's attack. That's instant speed, so okay. We'll take the 2. Trade 2 for 3 all day long. And a life linker, yeah. You're gone. Adios. Magos. Still no green mana. At this point, I don't think I discard this because we get 1 more mana. We got a 5/4. Two. I don't have anything. Okay. Looks like we're mono black. That's fine. It's got a graveyard ability. They're gonna hold back. Aha! This is why you put the Wickermaw in here, guys. We don't need that. No, because that could reach out and stop. I guess I'll lose this. No, I'll lose the blossoming defense, I think. Changeling Wayfinder. Great Forest. Druid. Annoyingly large. Now the problem is I don't want to trade this for that, so I guess we'll just attack with those 2. Getting held back by a 1/2. Hobble Hurler, wow, okay. Here's as a 4/5, and then we can remove very easily next turn. Huh. Don't know what to do about that. Guess I'll just see what opponents got. They're looking like they can unload their hand here. So three color. They've got a Gangly Stomping. And an explosive Roger. Happens. Here we go. Gloom Ripper. This is going to be equals 4 because let's see, we got 1, 2 in the graveyard, 2 on the battlefield. Is it for each other? No, it counts itself, right? So it should be able to -5. Yeah. So we'll make Mr. Wickermaw. And we'll remove Mr. Hobble Hurler. Yeah. Now that is what I'm talking about. land. Opponent drops the land. Slamming something big. Scooping it up. I'll take it. We're ranking up. Cards everybody liking in this set. We had Jeff talking about the green rare, the World Championship card, Formidable Speaker. People seem to be pretty hyped about that. There's Hexing Squelcher. Looks like it'll at least make a splash in CEDH. I'm going to do Evolving Wilds. Guess I'll get green. Opponent not really doing much over there. Wondering if I need to hold up Blossoming Defense. Keep out. I mean, I could just discard something, but I think we'll do the Blossoming Defense here because then we'll hit for 5. And I have a 2-drop I can follow up with. Then, I mean, I'll keep that 2-drop as well. Yeah, it's okay. There's no reason to play High Prefect Morkan yet. Let's play Swamp. Get in for 6. We got opponent, nothing. They could have a board wipe. I could hold back. I mean, that's lethal as it is. Let's hold back. Okay, we just had a flash creature. That was so big. Okay. Sure why they didn't just trade that out for one of my creatures at this point. Eclipsed Kithkin enters, finds a Kithkin Forester Plains. Or whiffs. Nope, found the play. So again, we could hold back High Prefect. I think I'm just going to get it down. This thing has to be blocked. I can buff up something else. Would you like to light your archer? We'll give Solana the buff. Okay. They are gonna make me discard something. I guess I'll discard this guy. Possible I should discard one of these. I didn't. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hit a land drop so I can double spell, which means we're double blighting. Or they're removing it. What do you got, Jaws Man? Jaws Man with a Reaping Willow. Okay, but you have to blight it. Remove the counters next turn, I guess. See if they take that, and they do. Okay. So they'll bring back something with it. The blighting it is almost a positive. Pardon that. It's a Bristlebrain Outrider. I'm going to cast that, or are they going to... They're going to Pitiless Fist, fight... Oh, okay. Not bad, they're at 5. What do we hit? We can do a +3/+3. They block. Look at it. 8. Oh. Can't quite win. Do we save the Moonglove Extractor? Because that will be another card draw next turn. Do we get the removal? They can bring back their creature again. I'm not loving any of this. 8. I just save this. Reaping Willow is a big problem for me. If your opponent, you bring something back and then just attack, probably, and gain 5 life. Very tricky to play in their deck. They were quite lucky to hit 3 white mana. And then I enabled it with the High Prefect. They don't... I'm not going to get a choice, too. They'll get to blight it. If I play another elf, they'll get to blight anyway. Taster of Wares. We can take 1 card out of their hand. Will they reveal an instant or sorcery? No attacks here. They've got the buff with the Timid Shield Bearer. That 5 to buff. For all I know, they got a trick, and we're just toast. I'm not sure what we do with the Weeping Willow still out in the battlefield. Okay. Still in this. Maybe you should put some more card draw, like the bring back from the graveyard thing. Put that in instead of the tree folk thing. Well, we'd love to top deck the tree folk. Well, I don't know if we can play it actually. We don't have enough. Glove Extractor is not bad. I'm gonna remove it. Flash 4/2. What are they targeting it? There's a Stoic Grove guy. And we're hitting lands, so let's move on to the next game. It was a flood.
No! This thing is...
Here comes the flood. You're running dry.
2/4 Death Touch. Gain some life. That might be what this deck ordered. We don't have a lot of reach either. Blister Baron could be reach. I mean, this is the reach, right? The Sapperling Nursery. I guess we keep that in. We could put the Luminolisk in instead of a 3-drop. But which 3-drop? I like all these 3-drops. We'll just keep running it as is. Tis what it is. Unless somebody in the chat wants to make a better... Let's make an argument that there's a better build. We're just learning the cards. Getting beat by opponent is probably actually better for our learning process. And after we do draft, we'll do the Meek attack deck. Get the Meek attack deck ready to go. Standard. ShamWow! Some of you might not be old enough to know the ShamWow commercials. Hey, there's a buddy, Iron Shield. Iron Shield. Evolving Wilds, cracks, goes, gets. This person is a fan of Final Fantasy. What do they get? Uplanes. The plains, the plains. We could play a lifelinker, or we could play the Iron Shield Elf. Ooh, okay. White red. The Giants. Take out the Cinder. Hopefully they don't put any creatures on board, and then we just attack with some Moonglove Extractors. Get nice and far ahead. Maybe this card isn't that good. Maybe I should cut one of these. 1-3. Take it. Okay. Gristle Glutton. This could probably replace Goblin Looter in my Bad Cards Cube, actually. Champion of the Weird! Uh-oh. Okay. They can make me Blight 2. Interesting, because you really would rather exile something from your hand, usually. Because I can do stuff like this. Right, where I do this, and then do that. Now this thing that they've cast is going back to their hand, but it's like a huge tempo loss. There are 9. This guy's back a Scrounger. Would you care to blight yourself? Or you wreck yourself? Mill 2, we had 2 lands, okay. Mischievous Sneakling. Gonna block like that. I think I'll just ditch the Evolving Wilds. And Thought Left Charge here. Play this and double spell next turn. Would you like a treasure opponent? You're playing 3 colors. They are in deep doo-doo. A deep, deep doo-doo. Blockers. They would obviously block with the Vile Boggart. Nonetheless, I think I attack here. Taster Wares. I save the shield. If I save this, there we go. They can minus on the Iron Shield Elf. Pretty much fighting the board. But now we get to take one of their cards. Should have ditched the forest there. Ooh, Grub's Command. And we can steal our guy. We'll lose the Grub's Command. Lucky top deck there. I'm going to go ahead and attack, because that will possibly prevent them from looting if they block. Yeah, they didn't think about that, did ya? I guess I'll hold back these forests. We could top deck that rare we never get. But Berserker is a problem. What do we mill? Removal, of course. You're at 19. They steal this Sneakling, they can hit us for 6. No blocks. Yeah, I'm still smarting about losing that anti-Grubs command or whatever. Grubs command. Would have been so good. Hasty Spikeling. Foraging Wickermaw. Wah, wah. Can we get that Surveil? That's almost like a draw. And yeah, we'll keep the creature. Potentially have attacks here. I'm gonna wait until one more turn. They've got steal something. So this has to be blocked. That attacks as a 4/3. Yeah, they've just decided to trade it now. Pass the turn. Do 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 do. Definitely don't have a trick in my hand. I'm a little worried they can be looting with their Gristle Glutton. Would you like to discard? Holding on to that goat nap for dear life. Really? Attacking with the feisty spikeling, eh? Choice. I mean, I think actually I take the 4. I was almost inclined to trade there. But now I got a force block. Missing something. I think that was a pretty bad attack by opponent. Sham wow. How you gonna sham block? It's making me want to see the Sham Wow commercial. Does anybody remember that Sham Wow guy? He was just so excited about the rags that he was selling. Your opponent, I think you ditched the goat nap. So they could steal that guy, attack me for 8. So they would need to draw like a pump spell they could also play. I think they should have just ditched that goat nap a long time ago. Goat nap, not great in modern Magic 2026. And probably got another 30 minutes at most here. So if we win this game, we will switch over to playing Standard, and if we lose this game, we will switch over to playing Standard. Either way. The 2/2 lifelink are going. Going 2 lands is fine, except for this. Warren Torchmaster. See how this goes. We do want to block there. Yeah, we'll save our guy, gain a bunch of lives. Yes, we will keep hitting land drops. Thank you very much. A lot of cards in hand. What do you think? They got a 3/2. I think I'm happy to make this trade. The more we can get their stuff off the battlefield. We have a late game play here. So we're at 26 life. Take a card out of their hand. Maybe they don't read Taster of Wares carefully enough and they show us some kind of instant or sorcery. One more land, we got Sapling Nursery. And then every land from then on is a 3/4 reach. I mean, we can actually see this card in action. I don't think black and red has any way to deal with this. Show us a 5-drop. So they must be low on lands. High on big creatures. That's a very slow card. Usually the black-red goblins I would expect to be... Okay, so that's a very slow card also. More Cons Loyalist, and that gives us attack with both of these guys. Well, it looks like they're gonna do 2 damage just to each opponent. So, yeah, maybe for forests, I guess. Took 2. Just looking for lands.
No! This thing is eating my hand!
In other words, how long of a screw is necessary?
Screwed.
Elder Auntie wouldn't have been a bad play for them. It's interesting they discarded that. This would be fun and constructive if you get multiple. Lasting Tarfire. Another potential one for the bad cards cube. Just kind of slow. It's a slow way to win. Might be a way to do like, but you're putting counters on creatures. Wondering if you could do like a control deck with it or something. I just think there's probably just no quite good way to do it. In the decks that are putting lots of counters, I guess in Commander it's kind of fun. 2 damage to each opponent. And you try to trigger it for each turn, so that's like 8 damage per opponent per turn cycle, if you can pull it off. Still. Let's see what we draw. Hey, the land. So we play this. Play this. And boom, we're making a 3/4 every turn. Unfortunately, opponent, I think, just kind of was not hitting lands. Not scooping it up, though, either. Joe, not giving up. Still Joeing after all these years. Jolie Odell. Angelina Jolie. Jojo with a yo-yo. Joe Mama. Joe. Sterling Harjo. G.I. Joe. Joseph Goebbels.
You know what a hurry we're in!
Salty didn't like it much.
I don't suppose you could have speed things up.
Salty?
Do it! Salty. I am only waiting around to kill you.
Okay, the thing is, if we play this out, I'm gonna play at least one more game because I know some of you want to see standard, and I do want to get at least a standard game in here before I gotta go. But if I play this out and I lose, then I can open the packs. I get the packs from this, and then maybe I get some cards in the packs that help me. You know, I don't have any sneak attacks yet or Meek attacks. So, if you're just joining, playing some Lorwyn Eclipsed, and we got the Wicker Maw, so I think that lets us keep a all swamp hand. Iron Shield Elf is also good. Probably go for tricky. They got a one. Okay, that is Iron Shield Elf's main nemesis. So let's just. And do we want to hit another land drop? I suppose we don't mind. Oh, this guy is the worst. I could have just kept this guy to flash in. Alright, let's see, because we'll put an elf in the graveyard for Morkant. Only attacking with Vile Boggart. No blocks. Sneaker in. And, oh, okay. Well, I want to do this. Take the damage. They're sitting at 2 lands. I think we, as long as we can avoid the Boggart, the Bog of Boggarts. I think I want to indestructible this. And they're gonna have to spend both their Boggarts on it. They didn't spend both the Boggarts. Hold back Morkant. Chaos Spewer. Well. Sorry there, but Gloom Ripper is a total house. Super well. Boom. Empathy UE says, hey man, drafting Abzan Elves Lift. Just want to grab a bite to eat and watch someone play before I do. How's it been so far? I'm enjoying it, Empathy. I did not get a chance to play the pre-release. I'm very sad about that. Some schedule miscoordination with my wife. We had kids' birthday parties going on this weekend, including my oldest daughter having a big pool party on the same day. She had to go to a birthday party for another of her friends. And anyways, if they'd been having pre-release on MLK Day, maybe I could have gone. So we weren't doing anything that day, but so it goes. We were recovering from crazy weekend. Okay, so we have Sapling Nursery opening hand, which is not great. I do like Virulent Emissary turn 1. We have a friendly opponent saying hello. So yeah, I'm liking the it's heavily tribal or typal, kindred, however you're gonna call it. And they got the blue-white, the merfolks here. Reveal Mentor. Reveal Narrow Sky Swimmer. Yikes, okay. That's pretty good play. Let's see. I would reveal the Blossoming Defense, or that I had a trick, so. I do probably want to trade off the Emissary here, so we can get it back with the Loyalist. 1/1 white and blue Merfolk. They're not attacking. They just convoked. Fair enough. I think they would accept that. Oh. Yeah, we got some late game plays here. I'm gonna do what? Try to tap down my Emissary. Guess that's worth a Blossoming Defense. They can just fly us for 4. The next turn we can Gloom Rip one of those guys. There's the Sky Swimmer. Okay. They will now allow us to trade here. Hopefully no counterspell. Mischievous Sneakling. I'm gonna trade that out, but that's fine because we get back the Virulent Emissary. And we've also got the Sapling Nursery here. So don't like how flash-based they are. Maybe we're better off with the holding up the Dawn's Light Archer. See, if we don't play this, they're gonna expect us to have something, so. That's a deep way and navigate, huh? That's a fairy. That's a merfolk. That's a merfolk. As long as you attack with 3 or more merfolk you control get +1 +0. Let's get rid of the flyer and get rid of the board. Take 4, go down to 8. But now, if that resolves, gotta come forward to get a 4 in here. And what you got, opponent? 'Cause I got a sapling nursery. Me making 3 4s. They sigged me. What is this? Hexproof? Oh, it's untapped, but this is instant. Oh. Huh. So we have to take a hit from this. Not loving that. This to make an elf. They're at 10. I don't pass. We're just gonna go down to 2, so unblockable. Now we have 2 threats to deal with. Alright, well now we have ways to block the flyer. Can we somehow... I mean, there's also the possibility I attack here with everything. They possibly don't block something. And I can thought weft charge. I don't get the draw though. I played it safe. Draw a card. Can they pump this up? It can. Okay, good game. What a top deck. We win. I think we win there. If they didn't top deck a way to pump that creature, but that's okay because we were trying to lose, so we could open packs and play some standard. So let's claim our packs. 4 wins, not too bad. And open the packs. get anything that would be good in the decks. We'll go to the store. We'll buy some packs too. Let's get 10 packs. Why not? And I know Jeff Painter was complaining about the cost, but haven't put any money in this account in a while. And I have another account where I can keep it completely free to play, and I have a similar amount of, well, I guess not gold. I've used up a lot of my gold, but I have a lot of gems and stuff too. So, all right. Let's open some of these packs. See if we can find a Meek attack. Meek attack anywhere? I'm guessing Meek attacks will be going around in the draft. So if you want to build this Meek attack deck. Man, no Meek attacks. Okay. We do have 88 rare wild cards in this account. Okay, I guess I wasn't full up on Valgaboths. That's cool. Got the Lockmare. Sire of 7 Deaths. Alright. So let's go to decks. And let's find my Meek attack deck. Be somewhere down here. Meek attack. Craft all. All right, so we do deck tech. Welcome to the Attic. Manadad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. On Arena, today it's day 1, as I record this, of Lorwyn Eclipsed. Unfortunately, got eclipsed by Ninja Turtles, but we're not going to talk about that. We're here to play the Lorwyn cards, including Meek Attack, which is a fun play on Sneak Attack. And it has a nice picture, which I call 3 Quentin Tarantino's directing. Their next movie, and it is for 1 in a red. Well, you pay 2 in a red to play it. It's an enchantment. And then for 1 in red, you get to sneak a creature card with total power and toughness 5 or less from your hand onto the battlefield, and it's going to gain haste. And then you have to sacrifice it. But guess what? It has total power and toughness 5 or less when it's in your hand. Famished Worldsire. So ward 3, you can devour land 3, so you can just make it giant and put a bunch of lands back into play and do all that. You get the 3-fold Thunder Hulk, which is going to come down, make 3 1/1 gnome creatures that it's going to leave behind, so we can sneak that in. And then we got Prime Speaker Zagana, who will draw us a bunch of cards. Enters with X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the greatest power among other creatures we control, and when it enters, draw cards equal to its power. So I saw some builds of this online. They're discussing this on the Reddit Spikes subreddit, and I kind of based on that, but then I decided, you know what, like, I had some ways to draw, because we want to find Meek Attack, and Gran is actually quite a good, with the eluding ability. Just a 1-mana creature comes down, Gran's the Gran. You know what, I should probably put in at least 1 island. I've kept the mana base from before. So we'll put in an island. And we don't really need to hit any red stuff on curve. Well, maybe we'll go up, go up a multiversal passage. Go down a botanical sanctum. Anyways, okay. We can talk more about the mana base at the end of the video when I do my wrap up, as I always do. But right now, what you want to know is how we're like making this work. So we've got Fierce Empath to find these guys. We're sneaking them in with this. Then we've got sort of a little bit of a lessons package. This can obviously help us find the Meek Attack. And then once we get enough lessons in the graveyard, it's drawing us cards to help us find the Meek Attack. So that was my thinking. And then Shared Roots is also a lesson card. It's 2 mana ramp. Also, 2-mana ramp is great Divide Guide, which incidentally you can tap with Grand Grand. I haven't seen anybody using this this little synergy, at least not in Constructed, but it does have that. We've got one Iroh's Demonstration, one I'm fun of. It's a couple It'll Quenches. Consult the Scar Charts will also help us find the Meek attacks and just keep churning through the deck. Springleaf Drums we can use to tap the Grand Grand also. And we got Mean Gene Pollinator and Llanowar Elves. You could put, instead of this, you could put the Badger Mole in, but I just thought, we need more lessons for Grand Grand and Accumulate Wisdom. So that's what we're going for. Grand Grand can, obviously, if we get 3 lessons, can make Meek attack cost 1 less to play, which is good too. So that is the Meek attack deck. Hit that subscribe. Leave a comment, all that good stuff for the algorithm. I have to say it. Unfortunately, I hate all the videos. You have to pause and say it, but if you don't say it, people don't do it. Let me know what you think of this and of Lorwyn Eclipsed. We're going to play some games. Then we'll come back. I'll show you the actual win rate of the deck, not just the games I was able to fit into the video. I'm also recording this as a live stream, so hello to everybody on the live stream, the Day 1 Live. If you want to see more Lorwyn Eclipsed, go watch it. I've just got a really fantastic sealed deck and a very good draft deck. Have just recorded those, so check those out as well. Without further ado, let's see Meek attack in action. Okay. Got time for one game before I gotta go pick up children from school. So let's see. Standard ranked. Meek attack. Empathy says this set left definitely lends itself to anthem effects and crossover synergy between tribes. Probably going to wind up being the most well-constructed set this year. Okay. That's positive. I think a lot of people don't. They find, the kindred style of play. I love it. Some people find it very simplistic, but I love it. So I'm excited for this set. I've been enjoying it so far. And here we go. We got Grand Grand on turn 2, I guess. Springleaf Drum. We got Meek attack. We got Fierce Empath. Both of these make red. Normally wouldn't be bothered by. So let's see if we can hit a land with the right type. Hey, we did it. Oh, but that doesn't give us blue. But you know what? We can go get blue with shared roots. Let's see. They might try to counterspell it. They do. Okay. Well, they've got a super tuned pro deck against our very early testing deck. So it's going to be what it's going to be here. 2. Let's get Meek attack down while we got the chance. And we can Meek in a Prime Speaker. Oh, she's not going to be very big. Maybe we try to go get a... Devourer. We need to hit a land drop. Up. Storm Chaser's talent. Bring back what? Oquentia? Now that we've got Meek attack, now they're just bringing back the Firebending lesson. Okay, Breeding Pool. It's an ouchie, but I'll do it. This will let us do our sneak attack here. In we go. And yeah, let's just sack all the lanes. Choose up to... Oh, they're all chosen, right? Yeah. Let's make sure we got blue. And tapped. Sneak here for 12. Hey, the deck did its thing. I don't know if we win this game, but feeling pretty good now. I think we play Grand, tap it. We're going to remove the Fierce on tap, sure. I got nothing else? Play a monument or anything? Ooh, okay, we got another sneakable. Let's see, because yeah, we can do this and do 2 sneaks. I mean, we'll take another Prime Speaker, I guess, in case opponent survives. In come the gnomes. They're going to combustion technique that, so let's... We get, ooh. Well, I think we can discard Prime Speaker here, because the Famished Worldsire should be enough to win. Sack them all. Cards in our deck to look at, so I can't deck yourself. Meek attack. Let's go. All right, I think that is a good place to end the stream. Thanks everybody who's joined me and everybody who's watching to the end. Did I record that? That might be a stream only game. That was pretty awesome too. Nation. Yeah, so very much enjoyed Lorwyn here. We got 2 more losses still to go in the sealed, but I got to sign it off because I got to go pick up children at school. So thanks for joining me in the attic. I've been Manadad, reminding you magic is a game so fun.